Zach LaVine really a genetic freak, or is his athleticism really the outcome of good training? He's a notorious NBA dunker. He won the 2015 and 2016 NBA dunk contest. He has a 46-inch max running vertical leap, and he also scored very good results in all of the other speed, strength, and agility tests in his 2014 NBA Draft Combine. His father, Paul LaVine, was a pro American football player. He trained him through his early career and through his high school. And we're gonna see his training system, break it down, and see how it measures up to today's standards.
Speed, explosive, and power. And the way you get that is you got to have negative. Without negative, you don't get no positive. And what I mean by negative without positive, you got to have something holding you back. That's ankle weights, that's vests, that's a heel, that's sled, that's bands. Any kind of negative is the best thing for you. But if you don't have no negative, you can't get positive.
In this clip, Paul LaVine broke down his training philosophy and training system. He states that there is no adaptation without resistance. He uses resistance in the form of elastic bands, ankle weights, weight vests, sleds, sand, hills, and a lot more things. But is that really the optimal way to get those adaptations? We see his son, Zach LaVine, has a really high vertical. He's really agile, really fast, and he's tall. That makes him a genetic outlier.
This is Zach LaVine. This is how I'm getting ready for the NBA.
Okay, so we see Zach LaVine doing resisted sprints and plyos and accelerations, which can be beneficial if they're done correctly. You shouldn't use more than 10% of your body weight in those in resistance, and you should be careful of how much you're using them because they can alter your biomechanics of those movements that you're doing. Then we see him doing sled pushes, which really help with acceleration if done correctly also. You should use loads from about 5 to 20% of body weight, but they shouldn't be done too often because they can also alter your biomechanics or mechanics of your accelerations and sprints. We can also see Zach LaVine doing med ball throws. These exact type of med ball throws that he is using, they are more closely correlated with upper body explosive strength. But if you're aiming for lower body explosive strength, aka vertical jump or sprint speed, research indicates that the best med ball throws are overhead med ball throws.
In these clips, we see Zach LaVine doing resisted sprints, some resisted plyos, sled pushes, and sand training. Sand training is really interesting to me because it is kind of a gimmick. Sand training has lower ground reaction forces. Sand has lower ground reaction forces than, let's say, concrete or hardwood, and it makes your stretch running cycle less efficient. So it doesn't make sense to train explosiveness on sand because you're practically disabling yourself from jumping high. It makes sense to do some conditioning and probably like strength slash stability work on sand, but resisted plyos on sand are really counterintuitive and they really shouldn't be done. Sand training makes it really hard on your stretch running cycle to use those eccentric muscle forces you get from those drops to turn them into concentric muscle forces. So imagine sand training like you're trying to practice writing or cooking with your eyes closed. Zach has a practically perfect 1 foot jump technique. Through his run up, he generates as much horizontal velocity as possible while lowering his center of mass as much as possible. In the penultimate step, that is second to last step, he also lowers his center of mass as much as possible, but kind of slows down so he can ease the braking forces in his takeoff leg. After the penultimate step comes the takeoff. So he plants his takeoff leg as far as he can in front of him, while also going a bit inside towards the center of his body. While doing that, he puts his shoulders back so his hips are in front of his shoulders, and that eases the braking forces on his takeoff foot. After all of that, he just needs to take off. We can analyze his form, his technique right now. He has the lean back posture. You can draw a line from his ankle to his shoulders. He has the arm swing, the off leg swing, and he's looking towards the thing he's jumping to. So he's the right leg. And that's beautiful jump technique. The second one, he also has the lean back posture. He has the arms back and he's looking directly at the ball, and he will soon look up, and the off leg is swinging for a beautiful dunk.